失礼します。
Hello YouTube, it's Mario here with another video. So today's video is a little bit different than my usual haul videos, and that's because today I'm going to be showcasing my Dress Up Darling collection. So earlier today, episode 1 of season 2 of my Dress Up Darling was released, and I did watch it first thing in the morning, and I loved it. I had a lot of fun, I had a lot of laughs, and that got me in a good mood, and I decided just to record this video. So yeah, if you're familiar with my channel, you might already know I do own a lot of my Dress Up Darling stuff. I own almost every scale figure. I do have a lot of merch and stuff of that nature. So I will be showcasing it to y'all, and also I'll be doing kind of a little bit of comparison between all the different versions of Marin Kitagawa, whether it be on her school uniform version, Shizuku version, or Liz version. And I have multiple figures of it, so I will be displaying them all and kind of comparing them a little bit for y'all to see. But anyways, without further ado, let's get right to it and let's showcase all the stuff I have. Alrighty, since I really didn't think about it too much and how I was gonna display and showcase all of this, I kind of have it all laid out over here in my place, and I'm just gonna display it based on what it is, I guess. So first up, I decided we should get started with like the acrylic stands and stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna do first. So first up, I do have this one, and it's obviously of Marin Kitagawa, and it is of the Black Lobelia cosplay. It's quite a bit little acrylic. It's a little bit big in my opinion. It's probably like 5 inches maybe. So yeah, I do have this one, and that's the first item. Next up, I have one of a similar style, and that is also obviously of Marin Kitagawa, and it is of Shizuku, and it's almost the same style too. It's quite big also, like 5 inches. So I have that. A lot of the stuff is not really displayed in my place because I just don't have a little kind of like an entire area for my Dress Up Darling, which I am setting up right now though. So, and next up I have this other little acrylic, also Marin of course, Black Lobelia. So yeah, tiny one actually. That was probably like 3.5 inches maybe. Then I have this one of Sajuna, Juju, and her Black Lily cosplay. Yeah, I hope the light doesn't do too much reflection there. Okay, so I have that. And then next up, I have this little kind of like hinge book style acrylic. And I actually like this one. I think it's very cute because it's of like the outro song of my Dress Up Darling season 1, which I like a lot. I love that song. I was actually gonna buy the CD just so I could have like the collector version with the Dress Up Darling cover and all that, but it ended up getting, I actually bought it and it ended up getting canceled or something. It never got here from Japan through eBay, so I just never ended up buying it again. Then I have this other one too, same style. It's kind of hard to hold this one. And it's the same, it's kind of like a little booklet style, and it is Marin Kitagawa, and that's with her model look. Well, it's actually, she is a model, so I shouldn't do quotations, but that's when she's showing Gojo kind of like the work she does, which is modeling. So there's that. But yeah, that's all the acrylics I have. And then next up, I do have this kind of like little, kind of like car sticker. And I hope the light doesn't mess it up, but it is of like Marin with her 3 looks: Shizuku, Liz, and regular Marin. These ones I think go on the cars, but I never, like, I think they're for the windshield or whatever, but I just like it and I just kind of have it there in my shelf next to the mangas. Alrighty, next up, this is a little bit like more niche. It's actually like little postcards almost, if you will. I got these of Etsy. I just saw them. I go through Etsy quite a bit. I do like to support, what's it called? Just artists and creators. So Etsy is kind of the way to go, aside from the going to the cons and events like that. So I did get like a lot of these postcards. I bought a lot from this girl. I think she's a girl, yeah. It's Meipuro Tokuten. No, that's not the thing. Yeah, I think that is Meipuro Tokuten. I will add down a link below to her Etsy site. She does a lot of my Dress Up Darling stuff. Sometimes there's good sales on Etsy, so I did buy a lot of these. But yeah, I will display just a few of them for you to see. Sajuna, there's that one, Marin. But yeah, there's like a lot of nice ones. But yeah, I think I bought them because they were like on sale, and she was like selling them as a bundle, and you get discounts if you buy more. So I actually ordered a few times from her, but now I have so many that I don't really know how to display them. But yeah, it's, as you can see, kind of like the face it doesn't look like the normal Marin Kitagawa, like, you know, the actual animation. It's more like her own take, if you will. And I think she also does, what's it called? She gets art from like other artists and kind of sells it as part of her collection. But yeah, I mean, pretty neat. I don't know if you guys kind of want me to go through all of them. I probably will. I mean, you can skip ahead a couple seconds. And that's, I think, of Marin Kitagawa's best friend, the little short one. I can't remember. I saw her on today's episode. Sajuna. But yeah, if you like any of these, I suggest you click on the link of her site on Etsy, like I said, and you can buy some of these yourselves. And obviously you can make like a little mural, which I will kind of like show something right now, because that is kind of like my plan eventually. Like I said, I have a lot of plans. Unfortunately, don't have that much money to enforce them with all the figures and stuff. But yeah, these are pretty cute, honestly. Like I said, we're almost getting to the rest of it. By the way, yeah, this might be a bit of a spoiler for some of y'all if you see some of the outfits, or maybe not. You don't know if they're fan art or they're actually legit from the anime. Because I mean, some stuff that I have doesn't happen in the anime, some stuff does. But anyways, I have those. And then I still was gonna show this. So it's the same ones, but I put it like in like a little frame so I can hang them. So there's that one. It's actually, oh man, that fell. That one. So this one, I 3D printed it myself. It's a 5x5 by 8.5. I couldn't find like an STL of that size. So I had to modify like an 11 by 8 or something like that. I modified just the dimensions just so they would fit. The first one obviously was a failure. It was a little too big, and then I modified it. But yeah, with these that I 3D printed, I can actually put it on the wall. And I want to do like a little mural with all of these. They're pretty cute, like I said. I do like them a lot. This is, I think, part of the list collection. Yeah, it says their list collection. But yeah, if you like these, like I do, I actually think they're great. I recommend you visit her site and you buy some stuff from her, you know, support local artists. I was gonna say local artists, but she's from Canada, not the US, so it's not really like local for me. But yeah, I do like them. She also has sent me these little ones too. Pretty cute, like I said, I like it. And I think that one's like a little glossy. It's a little different, of Gojo. And that's Marin with her friend. And yeah, she sent me like a little note. It has a little note on that first one. So yeah, pretty cute stuff. So like I said, I know that was kind of a lot of little ones that a lot of you all might not be interested in, but you know, if you do like to support local artists or just artists in general, you might want to check that one out. It's pretty cute and I like it. Next up, I have this one. This is one of those, what's it called, for binders? What's it called? I can't remember, like those little plastic folders. So I got this one on the other side. I got this actually in Japan. I actually got this when I went to Japan, and I was one of those, what's it called, gachapon machines. And it was like 500 yen at the airport. And I thought it was pretty cute. I didn't look at it until like after the fact, like when I was already home, which I kind of regret because I did end up liking it a lot. So I wish I would have like bought more of those. But anyways, and then next up, I do have this one. And this is my Dress Up Darlings, what's it called, official anime fan book. I do have the English version of it. I was gonna actually buy the Japanese one at one point because it was officially only released in Japan, but then I saw that the date for the English one being released was not too far off, so I just decided to wait on it, and I did get it. Unfortunately, I think, I'm not too sure, I don't know the rules too much when it comes to copyrights and stuff like that. I don't think I can show you a lot of stuff from it, but it kind of shows like the characters, designs, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not really gonna show you all too much of it, but it's quite like a hefty book, so y'all can kind of see there. Let's see, I can tell you all how many pages it has, like that if you wanna buy it or not. I mean, if you think it's worth it, it's 100 pages. So, you know, a lot of like actual art and stuff about my Dress Up Darling. And I think they have it on Amazon. I'll add an affiliate link down below, you know, just so if you guys decide to buy it, I get a little something out of that myself for the channel, and I'll probably spend anything I make on more of my Dress Up Darling stuff. But yeah, I highly recommend you buy this one. Like I said, I think it's like 20 something bucks. It's not too expensive and it's pretty neat. But yeah, if there is a link to what's it called, Amazon, I will add it down below. If not, I'll just add a non-affiliate link of Crunchyroll store or something like that that might have it, just for y'all to check it out. But like I said, not too bad. for like said $20 something for like 100 pages of like all art of My Dress Up Darling, and it has a lot of valuable information. I think it's pretty nice. So next up, I do have this manga volume. This one's still like in its plastic and everything, as y'all can kind of see. This is the volume 1, and it's the Japanese version. I bought it again when I went to Tokyo. I bought it at Animate. It does say Animate there on the back. So yeah, I never opened it. I just wanted it as a collection because I don't understand. I can't read Japanese. So, you know, there was no point in me opening it up. I'd rather just keep it sealed and closed and just for my collection. And it was cheap, honestly. In Japan, manga is very cheap. I wish I knew Japanese so I could just buy Japanese manga. So there's that. And then here, this was actually expensive. This is My Dress Up Darling DVDs, the complete edition. You can see Shizuku on the back, and then it has some more stuff here. It says what it includes. Y'all can kind of see it there. So yeah, and it has like calendar, posters, stickers, and a lot of My Dress Up Darling stuff here. And yeah, I think it's like 2 CDs if I remember correctly. So yeah, I think I have the other one. 2 CDs? Oh, there's more than 2 CDs, or not? Yeah, there's a few CDs now that I look at it. 1, 2, yeah, there's a few, 4. Huh, interesting. Why is it so many CDs? Huh, some have bonus features and whatnot, but anyways, I do have that physical to support My Dress Up Darling in general. I know I could just watch it on Crunchyroll on dub, but when I like something a lot, I do buy like a DVD or something. Like I do want to buy the Star Wars, the 3, with Revenge of the Sith with Anakin becoming Darth Vader. Yeah, I want to buy that in like a steelbook because I love that movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. But anyways, manga volumes. I do not have that many manga volumes. I only have up to volume 8. But yeah, they're all in great condition. I need to reread them, but eventually, right now since I'm watching season 2, I'm not gonna read that. Not to mention the season is stacked with good anime. I only have 8 volumes. I do plan to get the rest of the collection of manga volumes. The reason being as to why I hold off is just because I'm cheap. I'm very cheap with manga. I have like a personal rule to not spend more than $5 per volume. Preferably I usually average $3 per volume because I buy them used on the aftermarket. But that's just a me thing. So I usually am very patient waiting for somebody locally to sell them, like, I don't know, the last 8 volumes for like 30, 40 bucks or something like that. So I am waiting, but eventually I might just buy them, you know, just to have the full collection. But yeah, so that's that I have that is kind of more like niche art, if you will, not figures, of course, because you probably guys are here for the figures. I do also have a few more pieces of art. I will add pictures here. I have a very big tapestry. It's a massive one. I can't display it because it's honestly so big, but it is a wall scroll tapestry. I have it in my room, and that one's huge. I will add dimensions down below for y'all to see how big it is in case you guys are thinking of picking it up. But it's pretty massive, in my opinion, a little too big. Then I also have a blanket, and I have that one on my wall. I know it's a blanket, it's like a throw blanket, but I use it as a wall art because I like it a lot. And then lastly, I do have like a face towel. I did get that through AmiAmi, and that one I have it like at top of my door. And it's also, I just kind of display it as wall art, if you will. And what else do I have? Give me a quick little second to grab 3 more things, and then we'll start with the figures. Okay, so yeah, I brought these over here. I have these actually, I just display them on top of my bookshelves, and they're like just little pillows of My Dress Up Darling. And that's Marin Kitagawa, regular school uniform. And on the back, it just has the logo of My Dress Up. And then I have this, the other one, the partner, and it's the same, but of Shizuku Kuroi, with like kind of like pictures of her. And same on the back, just My Dress Up Darling. And I don't take it out of the plastic because I do display it kind of like on top of my bookshelves. I know I should display it, you know, on a bed or the sofa or something, but I just like the way it looks. And lastly, I do have this one. I need to buy like a poster frame for it. I did get this one at WeebCon. That happens here in Texas and in the DFW area. So yeah, if you guys don't know, WeebCon is a convention of anime and stuff. A lot of voice actors show up, so it's pretty big. All of them are dubbing voice actors. So I didn't know that here in DFW in Texas, we have like most of the voice actors for English dubbing, like in the country. I think honestly here in LA, most are where most of them reside. So when there are conventions, we do get a lot, and I mean a lot of voice actors. I didn't get to see Amalie. She did not go this year to WeebCon. She went to last year's one. However, she will be going to Anime Frontier, again in DFW, and that one is sponsored by Crunchyroll. That happens in Fort Worth, which is still kind of far from me, but I don't care. I'm just gonna go anyways. It's like an hour and a half away to Fort Worth. It's here within the DFW Metroplex, but I'm on the other side. But anyway, she will be going, and if you don't know Amanda Lee, she is the voice actress of the English dubbing of Marin Kitagawa. I do want to go. I'm going to try to see if I can get a signature from her, but we'll see, because signatures are very expensive usually. They're like $100 sometimes, $150 to get a signature. So I'll do my best to get a signature, but we'll see on that one. But for sure, I'll try to see if I can just check her out or something like that, you know, maybe talk to her. We'll see. But yeah, I got this one there, and I'll look for more My Dress Up Darling wall art. And on the other side, just a little kind of extra, I have this of Free Rent. I saw that they announced officially season 2 is gonna be, it announced that it's confirmed. But yeah, I guess let me put this away real quick, and then we'll continue to the figures. Alrighty guys, so as you guys can tell, I kind of lowered the settings a little bit on my camera. I noticed that things were a little too bright, and now we're gonna be showcasing the figures, so I don't want the brightness to be a little too much, because you know, I want you guys to see the skin tones and stuff like that with better lighting possible. But anyways, so the way I'm gonna be showcasing the figures is gonna be based on the outfit. Since most of the figures that I own, almost every single one is of Marin Kitagawa, there are different outfits that she wears. So first up, I'm gonna be starting with the traditional Marin Kitagawa that you guys know, which would be school uniform version. And first up, let's start with this one, something a little cheap, and it is a little price figure. I never display this one, honestly, because I just have so many that I rather just display my scales. But yeah, I have this price figure for you budget collectors that are always looking for solid figures at an affordable price. And you guys can kind of see, hopefully it looks clear. That is Marin Kitagawa school uniform version, and this one is by Luminasta. I will add, of course, a link to Amazon, because I think this has been released for a while now, so there should be a link for Amazon. I will add it down below, so if you guys are interested in getting this one, it's probably very cheap. It's probably like 20 bucks. So yeah, that's the very first one I have. Like I said, I don't display her because I have a lot of Marin Kitagawa figures, so I gotta be a little bit more anal with which ones I display. Then comes almost one of the favorites for most, and this is again school uniform version. This is a 1/7 scale, and it's by Aniplex, and she is very, very cute with their typical Marin Kitagawa pose, which I do like a lot because it's the traditional pose that we all kind of know her for. But yeah, y'all can kind of see her there, pretty cute. And it's a solid figure. Sometimes she is for sale on like Crunchyroll store, so if you guys ever want to pick her up, you can definitely do so for a decent price. I've seen her as low as like 90 something bucks. So this one is a good one, and it's a must-have for almost everybody that collects My Dress Up Darling figures, in my opinion. Now, if you guys are debating which one to get, there is another one, and this one's also like in the low hundreds. This one was released half a year ago, I would say, like in December. And this is, again, school uniform version, and it is by Max Factory. Very, very cute. So yeah, this is actually my favorite school uniform version of Marin Kitagawa's. It's probably an unpopular opinion. Almost everybody likes to side with the Aniplex version. And here they are, side by side. This one just looks a little taller because of the big ass base. As y'all can see, that's a huge base. This one is a tiny base. So it's, if shelf space is a factor, you might want to go with the Aniplex one. Like that, you don't have to deal with like the space issue, because this one is a very big disc, the entire base. But yeah, these are my two school uniform scales that I have at the moment. I don't know if there's gonna be more that I'm gonna be getting. I think there is a pop-up parade that's gonna be coming out. I think I pre-ordered it, but I might cancel it just because I think that month looks very, very tight. and I'm not too sure whether I even want to pick it up if I already have these where I'm very happy with, you know, and it kind of misses the point of me just getting more and more figures, more of my Dress Up Darling figures just for the sake of doing so and owning them all, when in reality, I'm happy where I'm at. But now if I had to put a score on them, this would be like, I don't know, a 3. Honestly, I don't like the face. That's my opinion, but it is price. So this one, honestly, I like it, but I'm not that big of a fan. My criteria is very strict sometimes. So for this one, I would put like a solid 6.5 or a 7. Again, this is all subjective, so you guys might agree or disagree with me. And of course, my favorite of Max Factory, I would say this is a solid 8. 8 to 8.5 maybe. I like this one a lot, and it's pretty affordable. I'm not sure how availability, what it looks like, but when I bought it from the Good Smile company directly, it was like 120 bucks. So it wasn't too bad. Now, that is that for the scales. I do have other figures in her school uniform, and it's this one. It's a little Nendoroid. It's still considered a figure, of course. And there she is. I put her next side by side with Gojo, him with the measuring tape, and her cooking him a little omelette, omurice with the bad ketchup drawings on it. But yeah, school uniform, Nendoroid of Marin Kitagawa. So that's another figure of school uniform version Marin Kitagawa. So I'm gonna move this to the side right now, and I'll come back and do another version of Marin. All right, so the next version of Marin Kitagawa I'm gonna be displaying is gonna be her in a swimsuit. So first up, let's begin with this one over here. I'm kind of going in least favorite to favorite, honestly. Here we have the 1/7 scale Marin Kitagawa swimsuit version by Aniplex. This is one of the most budget scales of Marin Kitagawa out there. She is very cute. As y'all can kind of see. If you want better takes and B-rolls and stuff like that, I defer you to my other videos in my channel. I usually do include like the figures that I unbox in the hauls on the thumbnail, so you guys can just easily defer to those, or just go through my channel if you want to watch more content of my Dress Up Darling. But anyways, yeah, this one's pretty neat. It is very affordable. I think retail when it came out, it was like 80 or no, like 90 US dollars, which was not bad, all things considered. She's usually for sale sometimes too. But since she's already very cheap, I don't know how cheap she actually gets. Like I said, I will add an Amazon link down below. I'm pretty sure Amazon already has her, and probably for an affordable price. And if you're trying to save money, I did notice that Amazon on used figures does actually sell them. So you just gotta look underneath instead of buying new. There is like underneath it says more buying options, and it gives you the option to buy a used. You can do that if you prefer. But ideally, obviously, if you use my affiliate link, I get a little kickback there. But of course, to whatever's more cost effective for y'all. You want to get their use, it's up to y'all. I've had, unfortunately, negative experiences with used stuff on Amazon. But obviously, the return policy is great, so you guys can just return it if something doesn't turn out the way you want to. But anyways, let's continue with another swimsuit version of Marin Kitagawa, which would be this one over here. Let me see. This one's actually very unpopular. I did do an unboxing on this when it came out too. And this is her in a tube, a floaty tube. And the flowers look like the SpongeBob sky. I don't know if the focus is too much on the tube. But yeah, there's this one too with her little drink and everything. This one is also, I think, by Aniplex, and it was a little bit expensive, I think. I think it was like 120, 130, probably more US dollars. Honestly, I don't remember. I will include probably the yen number at the bottom of how much it cost in yen. But yeah, that one's very unpopular. I don't know why. I see as to why not many people would buy it. First, she's flat on the ground. People don't like you know, floor figures unless they really, really want them, and this one wasn't too much of a hit. So yeah, there's this one. I like it too. I like it myself. I think she looks great. I mean, it is Aniplex quality, so it's definitely a good one. But I can see why a lot of people didn't buy her. She's not like the typical Marin Kitagawa. Honestly, I don't think that pose and everything is from a scene in the anime. So I see why not many would buy it. Whereas the other Aniplex one, that one was actually from the scene. Now, speaking of a scene with her in a bathing suit, like the first figure, I have this other one here. Now this one's very tricky to move, so, oh my God. And it's, Whew, this is a pain because it's like a two-parter. Okay. So it is, let me erase here. There it is. It's Marin, Kitagawa, and the futon. Let's see if the camera focuses on her face and not her legs. But yeah, this is honestly my favorite Marin Kitagawa swimsuit figure. However, the base is a pain in the butt. It is like on the futon, on the mat, the floor wooden mat, and it's two-piece, so it moves all over the place. Now, you guys tell me if you own this one, if you know there's like on the box, like some little brackets to connect them or not, but I don't recall seeing them. But yeah, it does come with like a little purse and other stuff. But yeah, I won't go into detail about how she looks because honestly, I done an unboxing. I think it was like my very first video where I unboxed this one and the school uniform version. But yeah, here we kind of have them. I'm gonna do some close-ups. There's the two versions. This is Aniplex. I want to say both are Aniplex. I can't remember. One is Good Smile Company. But yeah, that's with the futon, and that's the regular Aniplex one. I want to say it is Good Smile Company. Now, again, if I had to rank them, I would say that, well, not rank them, score them. This one, a solid 7. I think it's a 7. And for the price, 8 or 9 for value. But in terms of quality, I would put her at a solid 7. I think it is a great one, very solid figure. This one, again, another 7. But when it comes to value, like a 6. I think she was expensive. Now, if you can get her for cheap, then obviously it's not a bad deal. But what I paid for her, no. And futon, Marin, yeah, she's like a solid 9, honestly, 8.5 to 9. Definitely, of course, my favorite swimsuit version of Marin Kitagawa. However, I don't like too much how like the base again is split into like 2 pieces of like wood floor. So it's like, look, I'm trying to like lift it. It's almost impossible because then one piece falls. So yeah, it's a pain in the butt to move. But yeah, I think this is my favorite one. So if you can score this one, I highly recommend you do so. I've seen her also pretty cheap on, what's it called? Crunchyroll sales. So yeah, but I will add the Amazon link below in case you want to buy her from Amazon. Just because I know Amazon is very, very easy to deal with when it comes to returns and stuff like that. So you can just buy her, and if you don't like her, you can very easily return her through Amazon without having to ship or anything like that. Now, I'm not sure how the prices look on Amazon for this one's at least scale figures, but I will add to the link. But yeah, that wraps up, I guess, wait, nope, I'm lying. There is another swimsuit figure I do have. Okay, here we go. How could I forget? The little Nendoroid. Very, very cute. Same as that, the scene from the previous figure of the futon. But yeah, that's the little Nendoroid of Marin Kitagawa. Of course, this one probably is on Amazon for a very decent price, probably. Nendoroids don't fluctuate too much. That's a very nice one. And last, it's not a swimsuit, but it is her loungewear Nendoroid, or pajama, I think, big shirt, whatever. I think this one's pretty cute. I think this one's a cute one. I don't recall this being a scene, but I like the little thing that they did with the shirt of Shizuku and stuff like that. And like the little mask of Shizuku on the top. That one's just a cute one. I like this one. But that's with the loungewear. Now, next up, we're gonna be going into the figures of cosplays. So I'll be back. Okay, so next up, we're gonna be going into the cosplays. And first up, I'm gonna start with this one. It's not a cosplay, kinda is. And it would be this big figure over here. And this is the Marin Kitagawa quarter scale bunny by Fring. Massive, too big to fit actually in the frame, the way my camera setup is. Probably I'll try to do probably some B-roll in this one. I do have B-roll from my old footage when I did the unboxing on her. But yeah, as y'all can see, she's massive, she's very tall, she's gorgeous. I do like her a lot. There's a lot of people on the fence about it. I have voiced my opinions about this one on my unboxing video. On my opinion, I think this one is probably like, I would put it as an 8, I would say. It's pretty decent in my opinion. I wouldn't put it in a 7. I put it like a little bit higher than that. I do think it's a solid one, and again, it's scored scale, so I do like that a lot, just because I like big figures. At least of characters I like a lot, which is Marin Kitagawa. I do like Saber as well, so I do have a quarter scale of her, and I would want an Asuka Langley from Neon Genesis quarter as well. But anyways, yeah, so I do like this one a lot. It's one I like to admire just because it's so massive. I have her next to my Komi, and they just look great together. But yeah, the quarter scale bunny by Freeing. So it's kind of in a cosplay, kind of isn't. This is, she doesn't wear this actual specific outfit in the anime, but she wears something similar. Let's leave it at that. You guys might want to watch the very first episode of season 1 if you still, season 2, sorry, if you haven't done so. So yeah, there's the bunny. Now, next up, we do actually have the, what's it called? The price figure of a black Lobelia. Finally, freaking finally. I was waiting for a black Lobelia figure. Naturally, it is not a scale, so, you know, it's not the best, but it's pretty decent for the price. Now, again, I will add an Amazon link for this one. It was just released in Japan, so I'm sure Amazon does not have availability currently at the moment as an in stock, but you can pre-order, and Amazon respects the lowest price possible. So as soon as, you know, it gets shipped out, you will be, what's it called, billed for it. Well, you have to pay it automatically. But yeah, so you don't have to pay right now for this one. If you want her and just don't want to deal with Japan or anything like that and potential tariffs and stuff like that, you can just pick her up from Amazon and pre-order her from there, which is definitely something you can do. And with that one also comes this other one. Let me get it. And this is not a black Lobelia, this is black Lily, and it is of Inoue Sajuna, and it is also in the same type of cosplay as Marin over here. So, yep. Again, I like this little set. I did get them both from Japan. Inoue was already released like a month ago, and then I think like a month and a half ago, and then black Lobelia was released like just this past month. So I got those through eBay from Japan. But like I said, I will add the Amazon links for you guys to pre-order them until when, like that, you get actually, you know, charged to your card whenever they're officially shipped out from here in the US. Next up, we're gonna do black Lobelia. Here we go. And this is, I think this is a banger. This is a good one from, whatchamacallit, for a price figure. As you can see, the chain is metal. This is by Taito. Is it the Master Lease lineup? I can't remember. I will add it down below. But yeah, this is by Taito. I've been becoming a fan of Taito's price figures because they're becoming very good. If you want to see a lot more B-roll, like I said, I defer you to my unboxing video of her. But she is definitely a very good one, and for price figure price, which I highly recommend you pick this one up if you like my Dress Up Darling. Or even if you don't, if you just like it enough to buy a figure from the show, this is definitely one to get because it's so cheap, honestly, and I like it a lot. So speaking of cheap figures, oh, I will add the Amazon link to this one. I'm sure this one is actually actively available on Amazon right now because it's been released for a while now, and it's very good. Now, speaking of cheap, and here's where we're getting into the best value for your money. There is this other Shizuku figure. This is not a scale figure. This is a price, but it is scaled. So when I say price figure, it's usually because they are a price in the crane machines over there in Japan, but those figures tend to be mass produced and cheap. This is by Taito's Timos lineup, which if you've seen my videos, you probably are already annoyed of me yapping so much about this lineup. But that's because they're so good. This is a 1/6 scale. It actually is scaled by Taito, and it is considered a price figure, again, because it's on the price and the crane machines in Japan, because it's so cheap and it is mass produced. But the quality is phenomenal. I did, again, an unboxing on her if you guys want to check her a little bit more into detail, so I defer you to that. But this was like 30-something bucks. I think there might be a link for this one. No, there's a link for the other one. Sorry about that. But if I can find a link for this one, at least for pre-order or something on Amazon, I'll add it down below for y'all. And last but not least, I forgot to score them. This one, 8. You know what? It's a prize, so I feel kind of bad giving it such a high grading when obviously this quality is not as good as the scale. But you know what? I'll put her a 7 for actual quality. I'll put her like an 8.5 in value. And then the other one, this, I'm giving her an 8, which is higher than some of the scales I mentioned. And I would give her, like, honestly, a 9 to a 9.5 in terms of value. Again, for 30 something, 40 US dollars. That's outrageous. It's phenomenal. Next up, we do have the very last Shizuku version. And this is the little tiny Nendoroid. And yeah, I'm displaying her with that little face. She also has a little metal chain and everything. And I think this might be available on Amazon too. So of course I will add the link to this one. But yeah, very, very cute. Again, I did an unboxing, so you can check that out there. And for this one, I would give it like probably like a 7 in Nendoroids. Nendoroids, I try not to give it like, you know, an actual score. But I mean, if I had to, I would give it like a 7. It's pretty nice. I like it. Maybe 8 because of that face. I think that's hilarious and I love that. So yeah, that's the Shizuku versions of Marin Kitagawa. Next up, we're gonna be going to the last ones. So I'll be back. Okay, so now we're almost reaching the end of all the figures I have. Next up, I'm gonna be displaying the Liz version of Marin Kitagawa. And first up, I'm gonna start with a prize figure. I'm obsessed with this one. This is the Marin Kitagawa Liz version by Title, part of the Timecodes lineup. And this figure is phenomenal. Again, Title's Timecodes lineup, so it is like 30 something US dollars for the most part. I don't know if Amazon has it higher. This one I think should be available right now because it was released a little bit ago, so Amazon might already have her in stock. So I'll add the link and hopefully you guys can snatch her now. I don't know the price that Amazon has her for, but she is phenomenal. I love this one. One of my favorite figures of my Dress Up Darling that I owned to date, which says a lot considering that it is like a 30 something dollar figure. This one, I would score it like an 8, I would say, 8.5. In terms of value, 10. I would give this one a 10 in terms of its value. Again, quality to price is phenomenal. I'm obsessed with this one. One of my favorites in my collection, like I said. And I said, I think when I unboxed her, that she might be one of my favorites. I don't know why I like it so much. But yeah, definitely. And I think one of the reasons as to why she's one of my favorites in my collection is because, again, price. You know what I mean? You're spending $40 on a figure that is so good. It's just, you know, like I said, it actually, you know, set the standard for me in terms of what Title does. So as a result, now I always buy Timecodes lineup. If I see a figure that I like of a character from Timecodes, I don't think about it. I just buy it because I know I'm gonna like it. So that's price figure. Scale, because it's 1/6 by Title. Next up, I'm gonna show something that is a little bit uncommon and unpopular amongst collectors, and that would be resins. But the only reason why I'm showing it is because it is a list, and it is honestly the very first list I actually purchased. It's actually one of the first Dress Up Darling figures I purchased. And it is this one, Marin Kitagawa Liz version. This one is by Celluloid Studio, I wanna say. I think it is like a 1/6. But yeah, it's like 1/6. She's the same size of the other one. Now, before I thought this was phenomenal, but now I think the skin tones is a little bit off. The face is a little bit off when compared to nowadays, the scale figures. But back then, I mean, it was very, very good. Now this is a resin, so this one's heavy as hell, especially the damn base. Like it's a workout, honestly, to lift it with one hand. And it's decent and it's pretty extravagant, but nowadays I wouldn't buy it given like the options that we have with scales. So I just wanted to show her off for y'all just so you guys would see like the resins, because I do own only a few resins, but yeah, that's one of them. And it's also a list one. But yeah, now like looking at the quality now, that one would be like a 6 in quality. Definitely the scale figure. The Title one, this one is better. But obviously the base on that one is very elaborate and whatnot, so it looks a little bit nicer, if you will. But in quality, I prefer the $40 version, which is crazy because the resin was very expensive back in the day. It was like $200, $300. I don't remember how much I paid for it. Now, for the last two figures, I did the unboxing of them recently. I think I saw today, earlier in the day, that Randy from, what's it called? Randy's Scales and Figures, I think I want to say. He put, I want to say that's his channel's name. I know his name is Randy because we talk in Discord sometimes. But anyways, I know he put out a video in which he compared both Liz figures. I've been busy all day today. I mean, it is my birthday, by the way. So I've been kind of busy this morning. So I haven't had time to watch his reviews, but his review of the two of them. So I do want to see what he thinks of the comparison between the two figures. But anyways, that would be the two Liz figures. And first up, we got this one, and I'm just gonna put this one next to it too. And this other one too. So we got these two Liz's. They're very, very similar. Like I said, it's gonna be a little redundant because he's already put out his video of comparing the two, but you know what I mean. It's they're part of this collection too. And first up, we're gonna do the Spirit Tail. I did an unboxing, like I said, of this one on my channel. So if you guys are curious about the unboxing, more close-up videos, a lot better photos than I'm showing right now are in that video. But yeah. She's a 1/7 scale, and again, by Spirit Tail. Very nice figure. That pose, that's like the image of that scene from that episode. I think episode 11, I want to say, or episode 10. One of the two. I think it's 11. Of My Dress Up Darling season 1. So it's beautiful figure. I think she is gorgeous. I love that pose because again, it's reminiscent of the anime scene. And that one is great. Next up, for this one, I think I'll wait for the scoring. Next up, I had this one. This one's a little bit lighter, but the base is nicer because it's fluffy. This is my favorite, probably by now, Marin Kitagawa figure. Again, Liz version by Alter, the GOAT. Yeah, Alter is one of my favorite companies. Their quality is superb, one of the best ones in the industry. Alongside QuestQ and Apex and other companies such as that. But Alter is one of my favorites because they rarely disappoint. That's what makes them so great. Again, I did a lot better B-roll and stuff on my unboxing. Phenomenal figure. And now in this one, like I said, I will kind of like add them both as a little kind of like comparison, if you will, since I'm already kind of have them both side by side. Like I said, I defer you to Randy's video as well to hear what he has to say on it. I know he collects quite a few My Dress Up Darling figures as well, so he has them both. But here we have them. Some people prefer the Spirit Tail. Some people prefer the Alter. I'm an Alter. I prefer the Alter's version. The reason why I would say this one is a little bit better for some collectors wouldn't be the quality, but it would be the pose. This is literally from that scene. And another thing, let me see if I can take this out of the way. The base, it has the little props, the a chocolate bar, the energy drink, and the little volume of manga from the little Succubus anime, where this is, you know, the source material for the cosplay. So the base is good, and that's the reason as to why I'm sure a lot of people do say that this is the superior. Aside from the pose, that again, it's the pose from the scene. So I don't disagree with that. I think it is phenomenal, but the way I look at it is from a quality perspective. And again, this is again subjective, more of an opinion. Granted, the base on this is fluffy, and that's all it is. It's just fluff, but looks good. I don't deny that at all, but obviously people prefer with the little props, and I get it. I'm the same when it comes to bases, but the quality of Alter, the face is unrivaled in my opinion. My favorite, definitely in my entire collection of My Dress Up Darling figures, is this one. I think this is my favorite. Then my Max Factory school uniform is like a solid second. And maybe on a third would be that other Liz version, the price figure I showed. So yeah, here they are side by side. Now, if I had to score them, I would give them, I've been kind of giving both two scores, like the actual score I give it and a value score. If I had to give this one, I would give it like an 8.5 to a 9 in terms of quality. Value, 8 as well. They're pricey. I think this one's like 25,000 yen. It's up there, but you know, the quality is very, very, very good. And price and figures right now are in that price range anyways, especially from big names such as Spirit Tail. Now this other one, The Alter, my favorite from the GOAT, I would give it a 9 to a 9.5, maybe 10. Because this one, you can swap the head, the top of the body to the list, to the Marin part. I would give it a 10, I guess, if that Marin part would be a little bit better, just a little. If you watch my video of the unboxing, I explain why I don't prefer it, because it would be a nice little one to have. Since I already have the Spirit Tail list, I could just put this one with the Marin top hair and everything. However, the face didn't convince me. Otherwise, this would be a 10, but to me, it's a 9 to 9.5. The Alter value, again, 8 maybe, similar to the Spirit Tail, and that's because they're both 25,000 yen, give or take. Now, the box size, I think on this one was a little bit bigger on Alters. But yeah, aside from that, they're both 25,000 yen. So then it becomes which one do you prefer? The original pose or Alters quality? Do you want that base with all the gimmicks, or this simpler base, which is, I think, a little bit bigger, just a tad. But yeah, like I said, Alters quality on the actual face and figure just, to me, is superior. But I don't dislike having this one at all. It's not like I would sell this one simply because I have this. I like having them both. So for now, these are my 3 Liz's that I have. Well, I have the scale, the resin, the scale and the resin. This 1/6 scale, and then these other 2 7ths. And the resin, but that one, I don't consider a part because it's a resin. They're not really part of the entire figure community. They're their own thing, in my opinion. But anyways, yeah, so that is the figures I have on my Dress Up Darling and all the other stuff. I'm sure I probably missed something else. I'm pretty sure I might have other stuff elsewhere in the apartment that I just didn't notice because it's like always kind of there. But for now, that is my entire My Dress Up Darling collection. I do know that I'm missing a few in the collection. There's a few prize figures here and there that I didn't collect, and that's because I didn't like them personally. And then there were like 2 scales. There's like this non-scale Aniplex one that is like a scale quality. That's like 40 bucks. I'll add a picture below. I didn't buy that one. I don't know why. It's like 40 bucks on Amazon right now. So I guess I could buy it if I wanted to. But I don't know, it just doesn't convince me enough to get it. And then there's another one of Liz, and she's like flat on her stomach. By Proof, and that one tanked in the aftermarket and on actual retailers. So I could buy it for cheap if I wanted to, but there's no point, honestly, when I have like 3 beautiful Liz's, which I just kind of showcase right now. So I won't get that one, honestly. It's just, there's no point. It's a decent one probably, but the way she's flat on her stomach makes it a little harder to display. And I already have 2 there on their knees, so it's hard to display them as well, kind of. So yeah, I won't get those. But I do have pre-orders for a lot of future ones. There's the Shizuku Good Smile Company one. I have that pre-order. There's a few price figures, quite a few price figures. They announced a 10 tall figure of Marin with like Gojo's, what's it called, PE uniform and stuff like that. I pre-ordered that. And there's other Nendoroids that I also pre-ordered on my Dress Up. So there's still a lot of my Dress Up Darling figures to be coming to this channel. So if you'd like my Dress Up Darling or figures in general, I do recommend you subscribe to my channel and do give this video a thumbs up. Do let me know which figure was your favorite from all of the ones I have on my Dress Up Darling, or which version, and give me your opinions. What are your opinions regarding the like comparing the figures that I did? Like if you prefer which swimsuit model version did you like? Which Liz version do you prefer? And let me know why. I do want to hear from y'all. I am curious as to why your opinions are the way they are. But yeah, some of these scores and opinions were my own. Obviously you guys have different, but that's just me. But anyways, with that, I'll wrap up this video and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.